There is just something about the Olympic Games. Over 200 countries have participated in this global event that only takes place once every 4 years. Or every 2 years, alternating between winter and summer. I don't know, they changed it. NBC Universal paid nearly $8 billion in 2014 to air the Olympics through 2032. And they did that because the events average around 30 million American viewers each night. So what is it about the Olympics that captures people's attention? Well, today we're looking at the 5 reasons why people love the Olympic Games. Reason number 1, competition. As long as there has been somewhere to start and somewhere to finish, people have loved competition. Whether it's a game with a field and a ball or a table with a deck of cards, we are drawn to the concept of someone being better at something than somebody else. While psychologists and researchers haven't nailed down any singular reason why this is, at least one reason is biological. When we get excited watching sports and celebrate our countrymen's win, our brains release dopamine, and we feel happy. The potential for that dopamine high is enough to drive us back again and again and again, even when we're watching sports we know nothing about, like curling or handball. Is that a sport? Regardless, people love the Olympics because it is a 2-week festival of competition, feeding our desire to see who is better at what night after night. Reason number 2, patriotism. Regardless of political persuasion, people desire to know, and for others to know, that their nation is good. What it's good at or why it is called good can be up for debate, but most people have some emotional or ideological attachment to their home country. Patriotism takes many forms, but not all of them have political foundations. The Olympics are a great example of that. Hundreds of athletes will represent the United States this year. There will be no unified political ideology between them, but the broad principles of our nation will be represented by the participants. Self-determination, work ethic, the pursuit of individual happiness. We take pride in our country being represented by hardworking people who excel at their craft. What's more, sports is one of the things in life that can unite people despite political or cultural differences. It's the epitome of what Mark Twain said. Quote, patriotism is supporting your country all the time, and your government when it deserves it. Reason number 3, self-esteem. Believe it or not, our self-esteem isn't based solely on our view of ourselves or our own accomplishments. In fact, we suffer gains and losses in self-esteem through our relationship with our sports teams, or in this case, American Olympians. Dr. Alan McConnell, professor of psychology at Miami University of Ohio, wrote about the concept of, quote, basking in reflected glory for Psychology Today, saying, specifically, people will symbolically associate themselves with others, such as sports teams, in order that their successes rub off on themselves, increasing one's own self-esteem. Wins on the field translate into bolstered self-esteem. Seeing as how the United States has won over 2,800 Olympic medals, that gives us plenty of opportunity to, quote, bask in reflected glory. Reason number 4, dramatic storylines. One reason we find the Olympics so compelling is the number of dramatic storylines that are authored during the Games. Who can forget Carrie Strug landing her vault on torn ligaments in 1996? The amazing comeback of the American men's 4x100 freestyle relay team in 2008? Or the men's hockey team beating the Russians at the height of the Cold War in 1980. The Olympic Games write storylines so compelling that Hollywood makes movies based on them.
That's a bobsled.
Well, loosely based on them. Reason number 5, communitas. Communitas is a Latin word from which we get our word community. In an anthropological sense, however, the word means a bit more than that. In her book Communitas, The Anthropology of Collective Joy, Edith Turner talks about communitas as, quote, a group's pleasure in sharing common experiences with one's fellows. There is a sense in which witnessing the Olympic Games is a very communal experience. Moments are relived around kitchen tables and water coolers. Feelings of excitement and pride are felt nationwide and create an enthusiasm that only comes from an experience shared among many. The Olympic Games bring us together over the course of not just a couple of hours, but a couple of weeks, and in a way that is difficult to duplicate in any other season. So when you're going crazy over some sport you've never heard of during an overnight replay, and your family begins to wonder what's happened to the old you, tell them not to worry. After all, there are reasons why people love the Olympic Games. And besides, you can sleep in 3 weeks. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. And if you have an idea for something you want us to cover here on 5R, please leave a comment down below and let us know what that could be. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification icon, and we'll see you next time.